Well, fine, good evening, everyone. This is Patricia, and I am traveling for history. Well, as you can tell from the name of this, Old Brick Church, 1833, Bible-believing, non-denominational, Sunday worship, 10 a.m., and Sunday school, 9:15 a.m. But what about the building itself? What does that look like? Well, and there we are. That's a beautiful looking building. This is the East Village Meetinghouse, also known as the Old Brick Church. It's an historic church in East Montpelier, Vermont. Built in 1833-34, it is a fine local example of Greek Revival architecture and has been the focal point of the historic East Village for most of its history. It was listed on the National Register of Historic Places in 1980. The Old Brick Church stands in the village center of East Montpelier on a parcel bounded on the south by U.S. Route 2, the east by Vermont Route 14, and the west by Quaker Road. Its walls are brick laid in American bond, and its foundation is cut granite. It is 1.5 stories in height with a gabled roof from which a square tower rises. The tower's first stage has corner pilasters rising to an entablature and cornice, while the second houses the belfry with louvered rectangular openings, corner pilasters, and surrounding entablature above. An 8-sided steeple completes the tower. The front facade is oriented to the southwest and is symmetrical. It is 4 bays wide with sash windows in most bays, and 2 entrances in the center, 2 bays of the ground floor. In the gable above is a recessed panel that has a triangular louver at the center. The interior has original slip pews facing the pulpit on the rear wall. The pulpit is original, but was at first located on the front wall, from which it was moved during renovations in the early 20th century. The village of East Montpelier was settled in 1825, and this church was built in 1833-34 on land donated by Arthur Daggett. The building team was led by Truman and Stillman Kelton and included men who later worked on the Vermont State House. It was built as a Union meeting house, serving both Congregationalists, Unitarians, and Methodists, Congregationalist Unitarians and Methodists. My apologies. About 1858, the Methodists withdrew from use of the building. Between 1940 and 1951, it was reduced to having only summer services, but it has since held services year-round. I wonder if the building attached to it is the, what's that called, with the parsonage. All right, so let's look a little closer. This, where's my cane? There we go. This is the belfry. We can't see the bell because the doors are closed. And we have the steeple up here. That appears to be slate on the steeple. It certainly needs a paint job. I mean, this area here it's screaming, paint me. So these are the pilasters. They're columns built into the wall. This is the entablature right here. Give you a nice look at that. Looks like a lightning rod sort of structure at the very top. It looks like metal because it looks brown like it's rusty. I think this is going to be blurry, but you'll be able to see my photographs on Instagram and Facebook at Traveling for History 1L and Traveling. There's the triangular fan light. It mimics the pediment. So the Greek Revival architecture mimics the Parthenon in Athens, Greece. So they have the pediment in Greece was where they would put statuary. Now, I've not seen that yet certainly not in Vermont, but I would have to look to see if anywhere in the U.S. has that look. It does have some federal styling where the windows and doors are above each other, very symmetrical like that. 2 doors in the front suggests to me 1 entrance for women and 1 entrance for men. You can see that it is certainly completely made of brick. Let's do as much of a walk around as we can, given that the sun is setting. Balmy though, it's like 36 degrees Fahrenheit. 32 degrees Fahrenheit is equal to 0 degrees Celsius, so 36 is above freezing. I'm not even wearing a jacket. Let me show you. Hey, and here I am. but I got my hat with the signature ear flaps, but no jacket on. Didn't mean to scare you. If you are going to come and visit, the ground is incredibly uneven. I swear they take a page book from cemeteries. I mean, very uneven. I took a step and thought I might twist my ankle, so be careful if you come here. Perhaps not walk in the grass as I just did. Oh, I see something on the front of the building. Let's go take a look, see at that. I don't see the typical bronze marker announcing the National Register of Historic Places marker, but this sort of reminds me of the 10 Commandments up here, but who knows? Let's take a look, see. I don't think I filmed before in East Montpelier, but you guys can remind me. I have almost 700 videos on my channel. Yay! If you're thinking that sounds like a lot of work, yes, you would be right. It is the 10 Commandments. Look at that. All right. Interesting decoration. Sort of new agey with, I'm guessing this is the baby Jesus with Mary and maybe Joseph. Pardon me, I am not religious. I'm certainly not, baptized Protestant. Look at that beautiful lintel over the door and over the windows. The lintel is what supports the weight of the building above the doors and windows. You really have to have the lintels and not just expect the doors and windows to hold the weight, because they're not the same kind of structure as the brick, so they will eventually break away. So I really love to see the granite lintels. I hadn't noticed them when I was standing farther away. All right. I just noticed this right here, and I'm not sure what that's for. The doors open in, so what would you connect to that? Interesting. These, excuse me as I get my leg down, ouch. These steps are made of slate, stacked slate. I can tell you right now the stacked slate ain't moving anywhere, barring earthquakes and things like that. But that's really quite lovely. But this step to this one, that's a big difference in height. I think it's about almost the height of my knee. All right, let's continue on. I'm going to try to have it on the building for you as we walk around, so you're not looking at the traffic. And we're a little closer, and I think you can see what I'm talking about. Please paint me, right? Please paint me. Don't think I can get much closer. Yeah. I still wager there's some sort of metal cap up there, which makes me think lightning rod. It's the tallest part of the building. I don't see any gutters on this building. That is a big problem. Without gutters, water just lands beside the building, rotting the foundation. Now the foundation is this granite, which is not susceptible like concrete, but still. Some lovely stained glass windows on this side. There are 4 of them. I do have a group shot that you can see on Instagram and Facebook. There's definitely plexiglass over the stained glass. I'm guessing to protect it. I mean, the storm window certainly, but to protect the glass as well. All right, see another 2 windows over here, and an interesting door up there. I'm trying to think. Okay, I think I know what that is now. Hard to tell in this light. What you can't see is it's darker than it looks. Okay, now there are 3 up there, and if I'm not mistaken, they are to hold the back wall to the front wall to keep the walls from collapsing out. I see them periodically on buildings like this. This window is not a stained glass window that I can tell. Looks like there's a pipe, maybe? Maybe that's just an optical illusion. You see what I mean? Maybe that's just folded the drape. And coming around over here. Oh, there's a food shelf back here. Oh, there are stained glass windows over here. Fantastic. That's a lovely window right there. Now see, this building, the newer one, has gutters. And actually, this side of the building has gutters too. Interesting. That right there, that's a gutter system. I wonder why the other side doesn't have any. That's kind of fascinating. Oh. Can't really see in the window, but we'll all be able to see it in just a moment. Can't get any closer. I'm sorry about that. I see it's bedecked with slip pews. I suppose because you can slip in to the seat. Go to the pew. And what's over here? Whew. Okay, well, that's the best I can do for us on this side. Alrighty, well, I think you know the drill. This is Patricia, and I'm traveling for history. I'm on all those social media you are: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok. Everywhere but Twitter, I am traveling for history with one L in traveling. On Twitter, I'm traveling for HI1. Traveling for HI numeral 1. So, follow me anywhere you wish. Follow me everywhere if you wish. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I still upload videos every day of the week, both shorts and regular. They all premiere at 12:30 a.m. Every single one of them, whether you see it as a premiere or not. I do upload every day. And on that note, really appreciate your watching. And until I see you again, which is likely tomorrow, have an absolutely fabulous night. Bye.